Hello. The topic for today is about writing. Today I'm going to show you and I'm going to explain to you how can we respond to an article that we can read in a magazine or in any other place through a written response. Okay, what is a written response? We are going to do it through a letter. Okay, you know there are many type of letters. We have love letters, we have a letter that you write to your friend, a letter that you write to your mom. We have practiced this in school. But today we are going to learn how to write a formal letter when we're going to give a response, when we want to express our opinion about something that we read before. Imagine the books that you have read on my own. We have read many books on my own, and you want to express your opinion about it. You can give your opinion to the author of this book through a written response, through a letter. Please continue watching the video so you can know what are the elements of this letter. So now I'm going to give you another definition of a written response, and I am also going to show you what are the elements in a letter. Remember that if you want to express your opinion about something that you have read, you may write a letter. So what are the elements of it? I am going to show you now. A written response to literature shows what readers think about what they have read. If we express our opinion in a letter, it should begin with a salutation, such as, "Dear Sir," "Hello," "Good morning," and we should finish the letter with a closing, such as, "Sincerely, yours," like that. And it should also have a premise. The premise is the reason for writing the response. You need to include your reason of why are you writing this letter. And it should be supported by details or examples from the text. It means that you need to write specifically parts of the text that you have read to support your premise. We may also find that there are different kinds of responses. We have emotional response, evaluative response, and interpretive response. Now I'm going to explain to you each one of it. The first one is the emotional response. In this response, we express feelings about the piece from a personal connection to the content based on life experience. For example, if you like a book, you may write to the author that you like this book because it remembers you to your grandma, for example. Or it remembers you when you were a child, when you were a baby. This is about emotional. The next one is evaluative. In this response, we analyze the author's purpose for writing the text and explain what we think about the piece. We can compare it to others or make suggestions for improving it. We may compare this text with another one that we have read, and we can also include suggestions or ideas to the author about the text. The last one, it is the interpretive response. In this, we interpret a literary text by considering the literary elements and devices, such as plot, characters, theme, mood, point of view, etc. Here you include your opinion, but you also make an evaluation of each one of the characters or each one of the topics of this essay or this book that you are reading. Okay, so now let's try to identify the elements in an example that we have on the book. Let's start with the first part. As I explained to you, the first element that we need to include in a letter is the salutation, and it is the first part of the letter. Can you identify where is the salutation? Yes, we will find it here. "Dear Mr. Burgers." This is the salutation. This is how we started. Now let's try to find the premise. What are the reasons of why this person wrote this letter? And we will find it on the first paragraph. Can you identify that? Okay, so we have it here. I think you could have done more to make a stronger connection between the Exxon Valdez oil spills and its effects on the environment. This is the reason, this is the premise. Now remember that we need to clarify our reason with examples. We need to include examples of the text, and in this exercise we will find 3 examples. This is the first one. You wrote that Professor Currick's report found. We are talking about something that was on the text. The second example, we will find it now. Can you identify that? You also wrote that recovery of shoreline habitats could take up 30 years. This is a second example. Okay, we are talking about what the author wrote on the text. Can we find another example? Maybe yes. And we find it in here. Most of your article explain the history of the oil spill. Okay, we continue talking about the article that this person wrote before. Now, what kind of response is it? We also find suggestions. This person is giving suggestions to the author. So what type of letter is this? What type of response is this? Yes, it is evaluative. So we finish our letter with a closing, and we have an example here. Sincerely, and the name of the person. If you have any question, please write me messages. This exercise, this example is gonna help you for you to complete one part of the book. Okay? So please remember that you need to send me pictures as evidences, and I really miss you guys. I hope that you are okay. Bye bye.